So this is what we have created. Now we'll do one thing. I will create one more. Okay, a text view. So I have created text view like this. I'm just enlarging this one. So by default, the name of this widget is text view. So what is the meaning of text view is it is not edit text. That means we cannot enter anything here. What we can do is it is only for viewing purpose, not for editing. Okay, if you want to view something, yeah, I'm just constraining to the bottom of the login button. Constrain this widget. We did not constrain. Problem of alignment. When you launch the app, these widgets will not be aligned properly. Okay, so I'll do here. Now here there is a simple called constraint widget. The right side, see, this is a constraint. Now bottom constraint I have done, that's why I got 0. Now when I click this plus symbol, it will ask you option. No, I just put 0 here. Click enter. It is done top and bottom. Now I'm doing left and right. So left by default will be some value. Just erase that and put 0. That means all the sides you need to give the 0. Then this is exactly constrained to the parent level. Okay. Now after constrainment, we can go for adjustment. That means wherever we want to place this, yeah, I'll place here. Wherever we want to place this widget, we can do. Now I'll go for this id text view id. I'll change to tv stands for text view underscore. I'll give it as a number of attempts. Now why I'm doing this one, let me explain what is the purpose of this one. So the purpose is, so this text view, the purpose, I'm going to write here number of attempts remaining. That means, when we give the user ID and password, the user will click on login. Okay. If user ID or password is wrong, if any one of these two credentials is wrong, then what is happening here? Our counter is decrementing. Did you remember in the last class we have added counter also? Now counter is decrementing. Now we have done for 5 times. After 5 times, the credentials are given wrong. If we are unable to log in, this login button will be disabled. Now that must be shown to user. That means how many number of items are remained. For example, first time I have clicked, I have given the wrong credentials. I will not be allowed. Okay, after first time attempt is failed, it should give that number of items remaining 4. Later, when I click on one more time, it should give me number of items remaining 3. Like that, it keep on change itself. Okay, so let me write the text view as number of attempts remaining. It's just extra feature. Okay, if you want, you can add, or you can skip this one also. Not a problem. Okay, I just want to show you how it will be. Yeah, so we have done the layout here. Designing part is done, but we need to write the code for this, how it will be shown to the user. Now let's go to main activity top side, to this tab, main activity code, java code. Now whenever it is failed, yeah, counter is decrementing. Yeah, so that means toast make dot make text main activity dot this incorrect details. Okay, whenever incorrect details are there, now what you have to do, we need to give a toast message, one more toast message. Counter should be decremented and we should give the toast message like this. That is, now let me declare this one here. First of all, I'll declare here private. I just use auto suggestions. Private text view. Take this auto suggestion text view. Yeah, take the variable number of attempts. Number of attempts. Okay, I'll take this widget number of attempts. Okay, Now I need to map this one. I need to bind this widget. Okay, I need to bind this. How do I do that? Binding. So I have to bind here after login. Let's say a login after password also I will do. Just a second. Yeah. So what happened? Username, where is password? So I do here. Let me give this capital letter. Number of attempts is equal to find view by id r dot id dot text view. This one I can do. Yes. Now what we are doing here, let me give toast message or in the same text view I can give. Yeah, whenever counter is decremented, I can go for number of attempts remaining. Initially I can set before counter incorrect details. This is validate. Please enter all the details. Else, if it is valid, is valid. If it is not, it is false. We are giving this one incorrect details. Okay. Now here I can give the message here. That is, I just give information info. Yeah, the fourth option info dot. I'll make set text info dot. So when sometimes let me see what are other functions available in the info. No, sometimes I'm in the Android Studio from version to version. Okay, it will change. If it is not taking, we'll import any file if it is required. Number of attempts remaining. remaining are 5. Yeah, we can do this one, but it is not identifying info. That's why we are getting it. Cannot resell. Import class or level C more actions. So instead of this, we have given something. Okay, we'll give number of atoms. Okay, number of atoms is the variable we have taken, and we have set the text here. Now where we need to decrement this one, we have to decrement for every attempt, for every wrong attempt, correct? So that can be done like this. So wherever I have the counter minus minus, I'll do here. So what I do, I just give one more information, that is number of attempts, attempts remaining. Yeah, dot set text, set text. Yeah, in the text, what I'm giving, number of attempts number of attempts remaining will be, I'll just concatenate the value. The value will be counter, correct? Counter is the new value. So counter will be the new value. Okay. Now let's see what will be there. I'll just run the program and see what is happening. Required. Okay. I just want to do one thing. I'll connect to mobile, because let's not waste our time. There is a problem with the AVD. I'll resolve this problem later. I can work on this, but now we need to go for further. Now, how do you connect your mobile? One thing you need to do is definitely you have to open your developers option, and there's an option called debugging. You know, you need to enable that debugging mode. Okay, then only your mobile will be shown here. Okay, in the developers option. Let me check. If I turn on, then on that will be open. So you need to activate USB debugging. Okay, when it is activated, we can select devices. I'm using this one. This is selected. Now let me launch. We'll see what will happen. So it will building the grid, because I have an AVD problem, because I need to rectify that AVD problem. That's why I'm just connecting the mobile. My mobile is connected. Okay, one of the mobile is connected, and we are launching that. New solution. Even just a second, I'll just close the device. Mm, for security reasons, I could not make it on this USB install via USB. Actually, I don't use this mobile for security reasons. MI is not secure. Uh, I need to log into my MI account. That is not possible right now. Why this not happening? Okay, we'll continue with instead of launching, I'll show you the output in the next class, in tomorrow's class. We'll continue to develop another, okay, layout. Okay, is that fine? We'll continue without wasting our time. We'll continue laying out. Okay, so we have main activity and we have homepage activity. Okay, now I'll add one more activity here, which is nothing but registration activity. I'm going for registration activity. So what you need to do, you need to right click on com.example.login page app. Right click on this. There's an option called new. In that, there's an option called activity. In this, go bottom and here there's an option called empty activity. Okay, I just click on this one. Instead of giving this name, I'll give registration activity. Okay, we'll do this one, registration activity. Okay, everything we call as with the term activity for easy understanding. So language is Java and just click finish. So a new activity will be launched. Okay, and its layout, XML layout will be this one. By default nothing is there, but we'll add up something here. Yeah, is it clear? So in the main activity XML file, if you see, we have given this option. Yes, this option. Now we need to give the option called button. Okay, I'll add button here. What is the purpose of button is, if it is a new register, okay, if the registration is for the first time, then we need to give the option in the login page itself for the redirect to registration page. Okay, I'm just constraining the layout. Yeah, I just enlarge this button and I'll give a new user registration option. Yeah, so I'll give option as bt underscore new registration. Okay, we'll give this one, new registration. Yeah, new registration, and we'll give option, name, button name as new registration. Okay, that is the visibility name we have to give. Okay, if someone for example, if the user has credentials like user ID and password, then what we do, he will enter user ID password and directly log in. If it is new to the application, then he or she must click on new registration. When it is clicked on new registration, it must be redirected to registration activity. So how do you redirect? Now we need to add code in the main activity. Now this is a registration, this is the main activity layout. We have added one more button and we have given ID also. Let's go to main activity Java code and write the code. Okay, so here give the name, private, and the widget is button. Yeah, button, and we'll give new registration. Okay, the name. Yeah, you can take any name, new registration, and here I'm giving new registration. I'm binding the new registration with the find view by ID and r.id. So what shall we give? bt underscore new registration is the ID we have given in the XML layout. Okay, yeah. This one we have login dot set on click listener we have. So similarly, I can go for new registration dot set on click listener, second option, choose that. New view dot on click listener, so it will be taken automatically. Now what you have to do, we need to write an intent to move from one activity to another activity like this. So this one I can write. I'll just copy these two lines of code and I'll paste it here and just change the text message. Yeah, I'll do here. So main activity 2, it should go to not to registration activity but to not to home page but to registration activity. Registration activity dot class. Okay. Whenever button is clicked, it should move from main activity to registration activity. That is our intention. Okay, layout does not contain a declaration ID. So why declaration is missing? New registration. Okay, this is not a problem. Sometimes it cannot identify. So it will be move on to registration activity. Now we'll go to registration activity and we'll add something. Now what we do, we'll go for text and what shall we take the credentials? Yeah, I'll take registration name. I'll take. What else I have to take? And we'll ask for name, password. What else we'll ask? Please put it in chat box. What are the credentials? Let's take from the user. Whenever we are going for registration, what are the details you want? Shall we take email ID? So you can ask for email, correct? Yeah. Just write in hint, that is in the hint we'll write it as enter email. Okay. Now similarly let's add password. Okay, let's add password and then match. Yeah, first constrain the password widget also. What shall we take? What else we have to take? Email ID, password, anything else for registration? Okay, for time being, make it simple and keep email ID and password. I'll take. User's email ID itself is a login credentials. Okay. Yeah. So here instead of in the hint, I'll write password. Okay. Now we'll go for buttons and add button for register. This is for registration. Okay. Not don't confuse with the login app. Okay, login page. This is for registration page. User has to register first. Okay. So constrain the widget. Now we'll put it here. Now change the button name as just register. Okay, if they click on register, it will be automatically redirected. Okay, so alignment, all these things we'll see later. I will show you how to exactly accurately how do you align all these widgets from the code. Okay, from the XML code we'll see that. Right, now we need to write the code for this. This is the thing. Okay, just give me 1 second, everyone. Now till here, how many of you have doubts? Put it in chat box. Install via USB, I could not make it because I'm using unsecured mobile. Because I cannot connect my iPhone to this laptop. That is not possible. And also, even I have one more mobile I cannot log in into the MI. When I want to install via USB, it is asking for the login, and that too into MI account. I will not have any. I have not created any MI account. I cannot do that. So I'll try for another mobile, any other Samsung, Vivo, any other Oppo mobiles. Okay, I will connect that and I will show you the output. Or else tomorrow, today I'll rectify the problem of that AVD manager. Somehow I think that Intel HAX some installer file has crashed. Okay, I'll remove that and I'll reinstall the new file, and our AVD manager will be opened easily. So no need of connecting physical mobiles. Okay. So if you have login into MI account, if you are using MI mobiles, if you are using any other mobiles, just turn on the debug USB debugging mode, and also turn on the install via USB app. APK file will be installed in your mobile, and AVD will show you your mobile in the laptop or desktop. Okay, you can see the output. Okay, apart from this, any doubts till here? Put it in chat box. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, I'll give that. Now tomorrow we are going to discuss complete details about the registration activity, and also I will discuss Firebase database. Okay, we'll connect our application to the Firebase, and we'll create the new project in the Firebase also. And for example, if any user gives the credentials in the registration page, those credentials must be saved in our Firebase database. Is that clear? So that should happen. So all the credentials who are registering to our application, we all must have those credentials in our database. So how do we do that using Firebase? So tomorrow's class is very important. So before we start, your fast track batch where you complete certain kind of project of your choice, okay, or from the list of projects that we are giving. So you need to be very much aware of, habituated with all these activities. So like creating login page, registration, okay, and how to create home page, how to take the credentials into database, right? So based on that, we can extend our application to create any kind of application. For example, login page, registration page, all these are the fundamentals for any application. For example, you want to create e-commerce application like Amazon, Flipkart. Okay, login page, registration is common, and what you have to do is in the home page you need to have all the navigation bar, all those things like all the products must be there in the database. Okay, that must be visible in the application, and you need to have the search. So search for the products. Okay, that is one thing. For example, if you have any social media application like Instagram, okay, when home page is opened, right, in the home page, you need to have the feed. Okay, you need to search for any friends, followers, okay, all the images, videos, anything if you want, that has to be there. Okay, for example, you want to create your own application, and you keep all the widgets of your choice on the home page. All those must be accessed. Okay, so this is the extension of these activities, right? So after completing registration activity, Firebase connection, all the classes are completed. Later, from next week onwards, or when your fast track batch starts, uh, all you will be divided into different projects. Okay, it's not a single project, right? So few may be doing related to, let's say, weather forecasting, or e-commerce kind website, or some transport kind of application, okay, some social media relevant application. Okay, so different versions and different categories of apps, the ideas that you have may be developing. Okay, so we cannot deal all these application. Then once you get the fundamentals, you need to understand how do you take your project to the next level. So that is your responsibility. So what we are going to do is, the project where you are doing, if you stuck anywhere, if you are getting any problem, okay, if you are not able to develop anything, then our support team and myself will be helping you, okay, to complete your project, right? So you can take any project in any domain. Either you can take in Android, you can take in Python, you can take in cybersecurity. Any domain you choose, choose single project, complete that project in the fast track way. That is your responsibility. So three things you have to do. One thing is, you need to complete your project, you need to complete your documentation, you need to complete your presentation and log record. So this is the agenda in the fast track batch. Once this is done, everyone will be free from all the responsibilities. Then we can keep on, go further in learning. Okay, we'll have further classes after fast track batch. So in the fast track batch, everything completely practical. Okay, after fast track is completed, again we'll meet up in the online also to learn more and more. Okay, during the fast track, I'll be helping to complete the practical. Is it okay? With this, I'll wind up. Tomorrow, I'll complete the registration activity and file this. Anything else? Any doubts?